here. As you may know, I said it last week, we're going to be moving from the title Senior Minister for me to the title Spiritual Director, as we are continuing to shift away from the very traditional church language, and really acknowledging the fact that we're a center. We're here 24/7. We're all, some of us just about have pots here. And we have things going on all of the time. And so we really are committed to the idea of being a center for spiritual living, including our classes and our activities and events and all of the things that we do beyond simply the Sunday morning experience. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about that this morning. We have a beautiful service. We have our new member celebration, our new member ritual. We'll be bringing in 20 new members. We were going to do 3 at the first service, but it ended up being 2, and I think we're so happy you made it. We're so happy you're here, Ted. Ted wasn't able to be with us at the first service, so now we have 20 at the second service, which is really great. And then we have a practitioner installation as well coming on as a new member, and then we're installing Erin Fry as a new practitioner for us. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to talk about what are we about here in community? What are we about as an organization? What's our purpose and our point in the world? How do we contribute to that? All in service to not only raising our own vibrational rate, but participating in raising the consciousness of the planet. So, if you didn't know that that's what we were up to, now you know. Hope you're up for it. All right. So we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome any of you who are here for the first time. Our greeters are coming forward. They have a fabulous little gift for you, a DVD with some information. So if this is your first Sunday with us, we'd love to invite you to raise your hand. Let us say welcome, and then let's collaborate.
Hi, I'm Petra Weldes, Senior Minister of the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas, and we're delighted that you found us here on the web. You can find our Sunday services on our website by every Wednesday. And we love that you can look at us online and explore these spiritual teachings. Feel free to explore our archives. It goes back a number of years with lots of special topics and amazing speakers. You can also sign up for our email news, My Daily Words, and my blog, Spiritual Living with Dr. Petra. If you're looking for a spiritual community, come visit us. Or if you're just in Dallas, drop on by. We'd love to give you a hug. Welcome home.
But we love it when there are so many, so thank you. So now if I could ask for the pals, place your left hand on your new member's shoulder, thank you, and present them with the rose. And now, new members, you recognize this is a greeting from the congregation and a welcoming symbol as we welcome you to the community. And we ask you now, new members, if you would take one half turn to your left and face the teaching symbol, which is the stained glass that you see over to our left. If you'll take one half turn or a quarter turn that way. Now you might not have recognized it before, but you can see the part of the teaching symbol that's represented by the arc at the bottom, or the white glass, and the little point of the V. And that is a reminder of our dedication to teaching and learning. And we are a center committed to teach and practice the principles of science of mind in a container for personal and global transformation. That's what we're about, and you're a part of that now with us, and we are so grateful that you're here for that. And now, if I may, Reverend Petra, I would like to introduce each of these members, beginning closest to the teaching symbol. And Reverend Petra will greet you in this order. First is Ted Ambrose. And Ted has been coming to the center for many years. So glad that you decided to join us as a member, Ted. Thank you so much. Valerie Aponte. Valerie first learned about us from Mercedes Watson. She loves the music, the unity here, and also the child care. Kay Coffey. Kay has been following Michael Beckwith, and so she found us by seeking out like-minded people. She loves the sense of community and the classes here at the Center for Spiritual Living. Michael Deese. Michael heard years ago from his friend Ziggy about this place, visited, and just kind of came off and on, but has now decided this is his spiritual home. Loves the music and the teachings. And Michelle Deese. She's grateful that her husband Michael found the Center for Spiritual Living. Also loves the music and the message. Tony Hill. Tony found CSL online, like so many of us, after reading about Centers for Spiritual Living in a Louise Hay book. So we draw from that greater experience and we're blessed. Lila Castor. Lila was referred by Teresa Wofield, a friend. She has a desire for peace. She wants to gain a deeper spiritual connection in the community. Loves a warm, welcoming feeling in all the classes. Wendy Kelly. Wendy comes to us from the Santa Fe Everyday Center for Spiritual Living, where she had her first experiences in Science of Mind. Is now glad to be connected with the Dallas Center for Spiritual Living. Logan Long. Logan's glad for Linda Long, her mom, who 10 years ago introduced her to the Science of Mind and Center for Spiritual Living. She loves how everyone is open and friendly here at the center. Dina Miller was suggested by her friend Yvette Flores to come find us here. She loves her belief system and matches her own. She loves the classes that are always available. Bonnie Pignatora. Bonnie seeks a place to have her call her spiritual home, and she loves the people and how active everything is here at the Center for Spiritual Living. She's grateful for her friend Grace, who referred her. Marcy Powers. Marcy's been looking for a spiritual community. She looked online and found the center, and now she calls this her home. She calls us her family. Her favorite thing is she's getting right now is the hugs. She also is grateful to Tracy Brown for bringing her along. Jane Reagan. Jane is grateful for Dina, who introduced her to the center. She's learning to strengthen and always find a deeper way of experiencing the spiritual life. Kevin Schneiderwin. Kevin's grateful for Logan Long, his fiancée, who introduced him to the center, and loves the open arms here at the Center for Spiritual Living. Talaba Shelton. Talaba learned about us through Rob Bright's empowerment class, and she loves the confirmation of things that she's deeply felt and believed, and feels this is the place where she can express that. She especially loves all of you. Laura Shepard was recommended by Reverend Gloria Diamond Conley. She loves the sense of community here at the center and is grateful to Sherry and Christine for such a great class. I'm sorry. Who's next? Who's next? Jen? Jen Valdez, thank you. Jen is grateful to Leslie Money for straightening me out. She's also grateful for Petra and the topics, the books that we discussed, the events, retreats, everything underlined twice. Also grateful for Christine for the class. Do we have Laura here?
I'm hugging Nikki already.
Okay, right. That might be our space that we have.
I think so. I think that's what happened here.
Nikki Williams was referred by Jordan Schaefer, a colleague of Petra's, and she loves the open and honest dialogue and the feeling of connection here at the center. Shirley Woods. She learned at the Center for Michael Gott, our music director some years back. She loves that this is a joyous place, and she's grateful to Sherry Wood, Jane Downs, and Michael Gott for bringing her to the center. And Jill Ziegler. She came here the first time for a Law of Attraction study group, and then she found a family here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And it makes her feel like she is a part of her family here, and she thanks Spirit for guiding her to the center.
Wow. So, okay, so before I forget, I was handed a note that preteens have a gift for the new members that will be in the foyer. Okay, so they're making something for you. I don't know what it is, but I was handed a note, and I'm telling you that now, so it doesn't get forgotten. All right. Yeah, so, you know, this is always such a wonderful thing when we have an opportunity to say, yes, this is my place, yes, this is my home, yes, I feel a part of this, and I want to, help it grow. And so all of those people that are standing behind you, all those pals were once in your shoes. And yeah, and all of them have gotten connected, and I can think about what each one of them is doing and how each one of them is involved and how each one of them is carrying a piece of the vision of this community. And they stand behind you because you too are not only gifted with the spiritual food that's here, but you have a part of the vision to gift us with. And so that we're grateful that you are blooming in our garden, and that we're growing together and sharing together and being a part of this amazing thing we call the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. I'm so glad you found us, and I'm so happy that you feel like you're at home here. So I'm going to invite the community to stand, if you would with me please, and we'll bless our new members and invite them into our hearts and into our community. Whether you're here for a day or a year or a lifetime, you belong here. You'll always have a home here. You'll always be a part of what we do here. So if you would like to raise your hands, if you choose to share in this blessing, if you would repeat after me. We bless you, our new members.
We bless you, our new members.
We open our hearts to you.
We open our hearts to you.
We are grateful.
We are grateful
to walk the path with you.
To walk the path with you.
May we do great work in the world.
May we do great work in the world.
And shine our lights brightly.
And shine our lights brightly.
I am blessed.
I am blessed
by you.
By you.
May you be blessed.
May you be blessed
by me.
By me.
And so it is.
And so it is.
But also to install a new practitioner into our community. For those of you who may not be aware, a practitioner, it takes years to become a practitioner. It's a minimum of a 4-year commitment if you take classes non-stop and never take a break. It's an opportunity not only to understand yourself spiritually deeper, to grow deeper, to heal things in your own consciousness, but it is a call to ministry. It is a call to minister in a one-to-one relationship, spiritual coaching, praying, and teaching with members of the community. Practitioners, we're all practitioners of the science of mind anytime we pray or use the principles. And yet someone who stands forward to be a professionally licensed practitioner has been not only gone through these classes, but has also been tested and examined to feel that person's call and their ability to speak and see truth. So I'd like to invite our current practitioners who are here today to come forward to create a container for our newest practitioner. We have a few of our practitioners here this morning to hold that beautiful space. Thanks, Sandra. Just do that out of the way. There you go. And as I said, our practitioners are a part of the gardeners here. They pray and coach and teach and help guide our community and the individuals in it. It's just a real blessing to have these amazing people as part of our ministry. So our newest practitioner she's half installed. She got half installed at the first service. So now we're going to finish the installation at the second service. We wanted to make sure that everybody got to participate and all members of our community got to see and experience her. So we're going to bring up another one of our new members and our newest almost practitioner, Erin Fry. Come on up here. Container for you. I know you want to stand with them. That will be in like 30 seconds. Erin has a beautiful husband and 2 brand new baby twin boys. And so that's she brings a huge love for the YFM. That's where she's planning on contributing a lot of her practitioner ministry into the YFM and to the parents. And so if you see her around, and you'll see her being very involved in that. Erin comes to us from the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living with Reverend Joan Stedman, a dear friend and just an extraordinary woman, extraordinary minister. She also has an interfaith ministry license, and she is choosing now to serve in ministry as a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. And so, Erin, we're so happy that you have gone that long road to come to us today. So, I know we sort of left you hanging, so you're sort of half installed. And so we are going to continue. One of the things that a practitioner does is they actually take vows of service and vows to the teaching and the philosophy and to the organization. So Erin got to take a few vows in the first service and she'll complete them here. So, do you dedicate yourself to your high calling and to the conduct of your office with dignity, integrity, moderation, and sincere commitment? To adhere to the declaration of principles and the global vision of the Centers for Spiritual Living. To practice the art and science of spiritual mind healing and prayer. And to conform to the code of ethics for a professionally licensed practitioner.
Yes, thank you.
And do you dedicate yourself to the mission of the practitioners of the Centers for Spiritual Living here in Dallas, dedicated to loving, compassionate service, revealing wholeness through truth and prayer? So, having completed the prescribed courses of the Centers for Spiritual Living, leading to this recognition of professionally licensed practitioner, and having duly made application, been tested, and officially listed as a practitioner, Erin, fully understanding the sacredness of the high calling of practitioner, and understanding the responsibility placed upon her, she has decided to enter into this healing work of the community and become an active part of its expanding ministry. So, as a professionally licensed practitioner, licensed by the authority of the Centers for Spiritual Living, you are privileged to be installed in the ecclesiastical office here. This is an outer expression of your inner commitment, your willingness to serve, and your dedication not only to the principles of the science of mind and to their practice, but to the community and those who come to you. So, it is with great pride and a great deal of love and gratitude that you've chosen to serve in this center that I install you as our newest practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. And may you be as blessed by your service as you will bless others. Our practitioners enter into lightly, and so we are truly blessed with some extraordinary people. And thank you, Sandra, Tracy, and Bert, for holding consciousness for our practitioners. Jonathan and Matt. Yeah, so, that's what it means to be in community together, is to do stuff together and to feel each other's hearts and to move together in a, somehow in a coordinated, disorganized manner. We have a lot of people who come to us and they say, oh, I don't believe in organized religion. And I say to them, well, this is about as disorganized as an organized religion. Yeah, so we should be fine here. It's funny to have as a topic the frequency of consciousness, frequencies of consciousness. The whole month we're talking about living at a higher vibration. And I feel so motivated this morning to talk about community and organization. Because I'm one of these really weird people. I believe that it is, that through our community and through our organizations is actually one of the ways in which we spiritually practice. I don't think we live in a society or in a culture that invites us to go be a hermit in the woods. Oh, we can do it for short periods of time. We can go on a retreat. We can withdraw for a while. But we actually live in a very active culture that invites us to engage. And then we actually practice a philosophy that is about demonstrating the life of our dreams and having our gift be a contribution to the world. Recognizing that we're actually here to make a difference. We're actually here to contribute. We're not here just to get stuff, advertising notwithstanding. That isn't actually the point of life, is to see who has the most toys at the end, or even who has the most money at the end. We're here to express ourselves, to give our gift, and to make that gift a contribution. Some of us do that very individually. Maybe we paint, or we write. We do something that's very, maybe we're researching in the lab, or we're coding, program. And these can be very powerful gifts that we give individually. But the truth is, most of us are actually giving our gift somehow in collaboration with others, aren't we? Our families, our workplaces, the teams and groups that we work on, through an organization, through a community. And you see, it's not enough to come here on Sunday morning, as Joe so beautifully said, to come here on Sunday morning to be fed. It's not enough for us to just find refuge here, although that's a huge piece of what's so beautiful about being in community. There's actually another piece to it. And it's one of the things that I talk about when I talk about the Center for Spiritual Living in Dallas. I talk about us being a spiritual laboratory. We are a place where we actually get to practice showing up in the world, well, according to our teachings, and being the spiritual person that we said we wanted to be. Now, the other thing that people say to me was, oh, I don't know that I want to join or be a part of any community or any organization that has politics in it. My last church had a lot of politics in it. A lot of, committees, and they had all these people that were, I just didn't care for them. So I don't think I'm in a do group anymore. I don't think I really want to be a part of it. So do you have politics here? Well, if you look up the definition of politics, politics means whenever two or more people are gathered together and somebody has an idea and wants to make it happen. That's what they do. They politic. I think this is a good idea. I think you should do my idea. This is how I think it should be. Right? It's only in our culture today and in our system today that has actually gotten to be a dirty word. And when we think of politics, particularly in old communities that we've been involved in, usually what we mean, usually what we mean is people behaving like they're still in 7th grade. And you know that the studies have been done that ubiquitous in corporate culture today and I'm imagining that that's true in many spiritual communities as well, and ubiquitous in corporate culture today, relationships and meetings are all handled, I am not kidding, they're handled at the 7th grade level. Yeah, that wasn't a very good time in my life. How about yours? I wasn't particularly together, with hormonal changes, oh my goodness. And so we talk about having spiritual practices to transform our life and to make a difference in the world, to make the world a better place. So when we do our teachings, we go to classes, we often talk about, well, how does this change my life? How does this heal my life? How do I get to be more prosperous, more healthy, have a healthier relationship? Give my gift to the world. And all of these are good and powerful and important questions, and they're important for us to be working on. And then we actually have to go into the world and give our gift, which means that we actually have to rub up against all those other people. And while we can come on a Sunday morning and feel very enlivened and very enriched, and then we have our hugging and we hug everybody, we love everybody, everybody's amazing, and then on Tuesday we have to be in a committee meeting with them and we don't think they're quite so amazing anymore. Because they actually have a different idea than we do. And they want us to do it their way, not ours. It's very annoying. If everybody could just do it the way that we wanted it to be done, we'd all be happy, right? Well, and see, do you see, but this is why we have an organization. Because we actually get to practice showing up differently. We get to practice showing up in our teams and in our committees and in the things that we do together without a personal agenda. We get to practice not having our egos in the way. We get to practice not taking things personally. We get to practice telling the truth when we would really rather not confront the issue. You see? That this becomes hopefully a safe laboratory, because we're actually all trying to do that. We're actually all trying to bring the spiritual awareness to the forefront. We're actually trying to do that to the best of our ability. And this is a place where we can practice that. And when it doesn't work, or we fall down, or we get our egos in the way, or we get our feelings hurt, or we take something personally, or whatever, we have these beautiful practitioners we can go to and say, please, help me recenter. Help me find a new way to see this, a new way to be in it. Because really, truthfully, if we can have this safe place, we can begin to cultivate that way of being in the world, new ways of being in the world, so that when we leave these doors and go to our workplace on Monday morning, we actually have some tools in our toolkit. Not only spiritual tools, but the way that spirituality is applied in relationship, in disagreement, in collaboration, in the giving of our gift. All of these things, do you see, because we've had an opportunity to practice it here. So we have tried to create an organization. We've tried to build an organization on the idea that an organization ought to reflect and act and behave in alignment with the spiritual principles that we teach. Now, do we do it perfectly? No, of course not, because we're all growing. We're all growing and learning together. But that's the intention that we hold. And if we can hold that intention, do you see that creates an entirely different framework. Now when I'm in a committee meeting, or if I'm in a team meeting, or if something doesn't work well here, something isn't right here, rather than getting bent out of shape, I can say and ask, oh, well, if I were to bring my spirituality into this conversation or into this activity, how might I show up differently? Do you see? So the organization itself, the community itself, being in community actually becomes a spiritual practice. Being a part of the organization, becoming a member, as Michael so beautifully said, becoming committed, taking that next step to say, not only do I love this place, but I'm willing to help it grow. I'm willing to help make something happen. I'm willing to be a part of what's happening here. I want to give my gift and have it do something. more than it's been doing, that it's been able to do so far. You see, we have the tools to bring our spirituality right into the everyday, ordinary issues of life. And we can practice doing that here. We can take it out anywhere. And we don't have to use any God language. We don't have to say, oh, I'm sitting in my business meeting in my office and it's going amok. I think I should say out loud, gee, I wonder what the Spirit intend here. We don't have to say these things out loud. But we can be the place. Do you see? We can be the place that says, oh, I'm going to come from a centered place. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to bring peace. I'm going to bring clarity. I'm going to seek to speak truth. We can be the peace we want to see in the world. We can be the truth we want to see in the world. And we don't have to use any God language around it. We can just do it because we've practiced it here. Now, all of this is based on the idea that we not only do this here, but we actually belong to a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And Centers for Spiritual Living itself has been working on the process of aligning its organization with these principles. We have a global vision that talks about the way in which we imagine being an organization would impact the world. Not just the way my life will impact the world, but the way collectively the community and being in an organization will impact the world. And when we're contributing and participating in the organization, whether at this level or at the larger level, you see that's what we're signing up for. We're signing up for, I believe that this will make a difference. I believe that practicing to being together this way will make a difference because we're actually modeling the kind of life we want everybody to experience. We really do have the opportunity to bring heaven on earth. And heaven on earth doesn't mean we're not working. It doesn't mean we're not engaged with other people. It doesn't mean we're not seeing that there are things that need to be changed or things that need to be healed in the world. It means we do it from the kingdom of heaven which is within. We do it from that place. And we see that it's possible. I believe it's possible for us to be in community together and for us to be in organization together at the highest level of living our principles that we possibly can. And then we can constantly go back to, well, wait, what was the intention? Wait, are we running from fear or are we running from intention? Wait, where are we going? What is the bigger picture? How do we bring our spiritual awareness to this? You see, I actually believe that it's possible to run an organization that way, even if we don't do it perfectly. And I promise you, it doesn't look like most organizations. It's a little messy because we actually are growing up all over each other. But it's a little messy out there too, isn't it? And we could bring our growingness out there as well. Because it's in service not only, as I said, to our own personal growth. You know what, my friends, that just isn't enough. It's not enough. Yes, we all, every one of us, deserve to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every one of us deserves to have a life that works, but it's not enough. Our spiritual growth only goes so far when we're only about our own life. There is a place in spiritual growth that we cannot get to until we're ready to be a part of giving our gift, to be a part of making something happen, to be a part of contributing to everybody living a happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise life. It's no longer enough for us to be just about ourselves. So we have, you may have heard it, you may not have heard it, we have something called the Global Vision for Centers for Spiritual Living. I need 10 volunteers to quickly self-select themselves and come up to the platform. 10 people, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I got the 10. Come on up here. Okay, just stand up here. Oh, you need your reading glasses. Does anybody have to go back to their seat and get their reading glasses? No. Okay, good. So this is our global vision. This is the global vision from the Centers for Spiritual Living. We actually believe that by being in community and by living our principles as an organization to the best of our ability, this is the vision that we are living by and contributing to. So I'm just going to ask you to just read one stanza at a time. Some of you will have just one line, others of you will have a little longer paragraph. Okay? And so, so maybe you could just, as you step away, point to the paragraph of the next person so that they know where they're going. Now you're going to use this mic right here. Okay, so Jerry, we're going to need the podium mic on. And this is the Global Vision, Centers for Spiritual Living.
We envision all people, all beings, and all life as expressions of God.
We see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with his or her highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action.
We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought. A world where each and every person discovers his or her own personal power, an ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone.
We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience.
We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness.
We envision a world where each and every person has enough food, a home, and a sense of belonging. A world of peace and harmony, enfranchisement, and justice.
We envision a world in which resources are valued, cared for, and grown, and where there is a generous and continuous sharing of these resources.
We envision a worldwide culture in which forgiveness, whether for errors, injustices, or debts, is the norm.
We envision a world which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics.
We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation.
Thank you so much for reading that. Really beautiful. Thank you so much. So that's what we're up to. It's a pretty big calling. It's an amazing opportunity for us to actually stand in the place that says, not only do we want this, but we actually believe it's possible. We actually believe that it's possible to behave organizationally, community-wise, collectively. It's possible to behave in such a way that these kinds of things become the norm. Our goal is for it to become the norm here among us. That is what changes consciousness. as we raise the frequency of our consciousness to be the way that we want to be together, we're shifting the planet. And I'm grateful that you're participating in it and that you're part of this community. Thank you so much. So let us pray. We just take this opportunity now to go within, to take those beautiful words. We envision a world. We envision a world. We envision our own lives. We envision our relationships. We envision our companies, our businesses, our projects. We envision our not-for-profits. We envision all of this collectively to be held and embraced in the spiritual truths that we know. Remembering that Spirit is present, that the divine wisdom and impulse of life itself is moving, that divine right action and perfect order, that prosperity and harmony, these are the very impulses of life that are moving at all levels across all of creation, and that we're a part of that. We seek not only to be a part of that, we seek to intend its growth and its revelation on the planet, that we may be about bringing heaven on earth, not only for ourselves, but for every person, for all beings everywhere. So we not only affirm and declare this morning, we actually know that we are living in the very trajectory of life itself, participating in that process of bringing it here as outpictured for all people, all humanity, all the planet. We call it good, and so very good, and so it is.